fancied being perfect? Now on BBC Two, the closest chance you'll ever get.
Welcome to the quiz show that demands nothing less than perfection. Behind this screen, our 4 contestants will be hoping their knowledge is flawless, because one single mistake could give the game away. This is perfection. Welcome to the quiz show where only perfect play is good enough. Behind me are the contestants. We call them the usual suspects. They're in our isolation room. In a moment, one of them will be randomly selected to join me here to play perfection. They'll then face a series of true or false statements. For example, if I said the sun is at the centre of our solar system, would you say that's true or false? Well, if you'd said true, I can tell you you'd be right. Answering true or false might seem easy, but if the contestant gets a single answer wrong, their opponents, the usual suspects, will be allowed into the game to capitalise on their mistakes. So, you know how the game works. Let's meet the usual suspects.
My name's Pete. I run a retail outlet in Weston-super-Mare, and this is my first game.
Hi, I'm Marianne. I'm a freelance bookkeeper from Stamford in Lincolnshire. This is my second game.
I'm Kay. I'm a hospice fundraiser. I'm from Burnley in Lancashire, and this is my third game.
Hi, I'm Guy. I'm a web producer from South London, and this is my 9th game.
Welcome to you all, and especially to you, Pete. Went down your retail outlet. Do you get a chance to do some quizzes? Do you do crosswords, that kind of thing?
Every fortnight I do a quiz in a pub team called the Scrambled Eggheads.
Listen, welcome to you all, and best of luck as we now find out which one of you will be randomly picked to play perfection. Marianne, it's you that's been selected. Please come and play perfection. Marianne, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
You enjoy your time as usual suspect?
I did, but it was too short.
So, looking forward to the show, looking forward to being in the spotlight and winning some money, yes?
I am, yes.
OK, well, no matter how much love there's been up there with the usual suspects, Marianne, it's now you versus the usual suspects. They were your teammates, they're now your enemies.
Yes.
Their job is to stop you winning the prize fund, because your failure will mean the prize money rolls over to the next game, where one of them could be sitting here playing for a bigger total.
Yeah.
Every game on perfection is worth £1,000. Here's the good news, nobody has won the past 7 games. So the prize fund currently stands at £8,000. Now let's dream, shall we? You walk out of here with £8,000. What are you going to spend it on?
Well, my husband Brian is an artist, and I'd like to be able to have his art shown.
What a lovely idea. Oh, well, look, good luck with that.
Thank you.
Here's how the game works. You'll play 3 rounds and then a final. Every round that you achieve perfection will make the final easier for you. However, if your performance is anything less than perfect, the usual suspects will have the chance to step in and steal the round, making the final that much harder.
Yeah.
Usual suspects, we're going to switch you off for now so you can't see or hear anything. Marianne, you can now talk through your answers without giving away any vital knowledge, OK?
Right, yep.
Each round consists of 4 true or false statements. You'll be answering against the clock. You'll only have 45 seconds, and once you've given your answers, they'll be locked in, OK?
Yeah.
Let's play perfection. Round 1, your 45 seconds starts now. The Victoria Falls are on the Zambezi River. True or false?
Ooh, I'm not really sure. I think true.
True.
True, yeah.
A roll mop was a popular hairstyle of the 1940s.
No, it's a fish.
So you're saying?
Herring. False.
False. The Special One is a nickname for Arsène Wenger.
True.
True. And finally, the novel Dr. Zhivago is by Tolstoy.
False.
False.
Yes.
And with plenty of time left on the clock, Marianne, you've answered all 4 statements. That felt like a good round for you.
Guesses. There's a fair few guesses there, yes.
Yeah?
Arsène Wenger, football, me, no.
No? OK. Well, look, before we reveal how well you've done, time for us to bring back the usual suspects. Hello, usual suspects. These were the 4 statements, and next to them are Marianne's answers. So, Pete, let's start with you.
I think she's pretty near perfection if she hasn't got perfection.
Kay.
I agree with Pete, really. She's done really, really well. The only one I will perhaps question is B.
Right. Marianne, the moment of truth. You need to have answered all 4 statements perfectly to have won the round. Let's find out how many are correct. 3 out of 4 is not bad, but it's not good enough on this programme. You haven't achieved perfection. You've now let your enemies, the usual suspects, into the game. Usual suspects, can you steal this round? You can see Marianne's answers. You need to change just one of them.
I think C might be wrong.
Really?
Thinking that if the others are right, C might be wrong, unless the robot was a
Is it not, you know, in the 1940s where the lady sort of wore the hair sort of rolled up at the back, sort of smooth on top and then rolled up at the bottom?
Well, I think A and D are right.
OK, so it's between B and C?
Yes.
I'm persuaded by this B thing, I think.
Really? I mean, it's all, I don't know for sure. It's only sort of like, I just think that hairstyle will probably be called a roll mop.
OK, we're going to change B from false to true.
B changes from false to true, leaving A, C and D as answered by Marianne. Usual suspects, let's find out what the correct answers are. If the statement turns green, it's true. If it turns red, it's false. The Victoria Falls are on the Zambezi River. Is that true or false? True. A roll mop was a popular hairstyle of the 1940s. Is that true or false? It's false. It is, as you know, a pickled herring dish, and no, we're not aware of a hairstyle called the roll mop. The special one is a nickname for Arsene Wenger. Is that true or false? It's false. It is, in fact, the nickname for Jose Mourinho. The novel Dr. Zhivago is by Tolstoy. You know where this is going. True or false? Yep, it's false. It's by Boris Pasternak. So, usual suspects, had you achieved perfection, you would now have the opportunity to make Marianne's chances of winning the prize fund much harder in the final. And here's how. Marianne, this is your final board appearing. These 6 blank spaces need to be filled with subject categories. Behind each category will be a true or false statement. And you'll need to answer correctly all 6 of them to win the prize fund.
Right.
Here are the final round categories, ranging through the human body, the Brontes, film quotes, and radio, and several others in between. Had you achieved perfection, you would now have the opportunity of adding 2 categories of your choice to the board. But because neither side won the round, the 2 categories that were due to be chosen will now be carried over to the next round, meaning 4 categories will be on offer. Usual suspects, time to switch you off. We'll see you in round 2. And away they go. Marianne, now that the usual suspects are gone, what do you think of the categories on offer?
Well, size of me eating out.
Eating out.
And,
More to the point, then, what do you really want to avoid?
politicians.
Politicians you'd like to
Yeah,
steer
I haven't
clear
got any
of.
time for them.
You ready for the next round?
Yep.
Let's play round 2. Your 45 seconds starts now. In Japan, Dragon's Den is called Big Money Bags.
That sounds silly, but I think it's true.
True.
Yes.
Swallows and Amazons is a book by Arthur Ransom.
Yes, that's true.
True. Mary Queen of Scots used to play golf.
Oh, heavens. It was invented in Scotland, but I'm going to say false.
False. And finally, the mineral Blue John is found only in Cornwall.
Oh. I've got a feeling it might be Wales. I'm going to say false.
False.
Yeah.
And just within the allotted time, you've answered all 4 statements.
Yeah.
Not so good, that round?
No, not
Didn't
really.
like those questions much,
I
did you?
didn't know.
No.
No.
Okay. Well, before we reveal how well you've done, it's time for us to bring back the usual suspects. So, usual suspects, these were the 4 statements, and next to them are Marianne's answers. Kay, what do you think?
I'm not sure about A. I'm not sure Japan would call Dragon's Den big money bags. It seems a bit strange.
Guy, has she achieved perfection?
B and C are both right, I think. But the other 2 I really haven't heard of, although the idea that A is true does give me a real kick.
Marianne, the moment of truth. You need to have answered all 4 statements perfectly to have won the round. Let's find out how many are correct. Just 2 of the 4, and you know that means you have not achieved perfection. It also means that you've let your enemies, the usual suspects, into the game. Good one to steal this, usual suspects, with 4 categories on offer. You can see Marianne's answers. You need to change 2 of them. Which 2 are they going to be?
If it was my decision alone, I'd go for A and D.
What, to change?
Yes.
Those are the ones I'd change, I think.
Oh, OK. So we'd like to say change A from true to false, please, Nick.
Thank you, Guy.
And D from false to true.
Thank you. Leaving B and C as Marianne originally answered. Usual suspects. Let's find out what the correct answers are. In Japan, Dragon's Den is called Big Money Bags. Is that true or false? Yeah, it's false. It's called Money Tigers. Swallows and Amazons is a book by Arthur Ransom. True or false? It's true. Mary Queen of Scots used to play golf. Is it true or false?
Oh, you're joking.
Yep, she loved the game apparently. The mineral Blue John is found only in Cornwall. Is that true or false? It's false, but it's largely found in the Peak District. Oh dear, usual suspects, you had the chance to steal the round from Marianne, but you failed to achieve perfection. Let's have a look at the board. Still nothing on the board, and there's nothing going to be added to it either, Marianne, because neither side won the round. The 4 categories that were on offer will now be carried over into the next round, meaning that 6 categories will be on offer on the result of round 3. Usual suspects, I'm going to switch you off, and we'll see you again in round 3. OK, Marianne. This is important now because 6 categories on offer, it's all resting on this one round. If you can actually do well here, you get to pick your own categories and control your own destiny in the final. Be a good one to win this, wouldn't it?
It would be, wouldn't it?
OK, let's play round 3. Your 45 seconds starts now. Jimi Hendrix played the first Glastonbury Festival.
God. He was alive then. I'd say yes, true.
True. The Great Barrier Reef is visible from space.
I think that is true.
True.
Yeah.
Mia Farrow was once married to Dean Martin.
Oh. False, I think.
False.
Yeah.
And finally, laughing gas is another name for nitrous oxide.
That I know is true.
True. And with time to spare, you've answered all 4 statements. Now that felt like a much more comfortable round for you.
A bit better for me, yeah.
All right, well, look, before we reveal how well you've done, we'll have a chat with the usual suspects again. Usual suspects, hello.
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 These were the 4 statements, and next to them are Marianne's answers. Guy, has she achieved perfection?
I don't think she has this time around. Starting with the question now, I think Jimi Hendrix played the Isle of Wight Festival, but maybe not the Glastonbury Festival, at least not the first one.
OK.
I'm pretty sure she's got B and D right.
Pete, what do you think?
A's the only one that's wrong there. You can see the barrier reef from space. I saw, when I was on the barrier reef, I could see space anyway.
All right, well, Marianne, the moment of truth. You need to have answered all 4 statements perfectly to have won the round. Let's find out how many are correct. Stops just short of perfection, which means that you've let the usual suspects in again. Usual suspects, this is a really good one to win if you can win it. You can see Marianne's answers. You need to change just one. Which one's it going to be?
Got to be A, guys, isn't it?
Mia Farrow, you seem pretty sure about.
Yes.
Yeah.
And D, I'm pretty sure about. That leaves us with A then, changing A from true to false.
A changes from true to false, leaving B, C and D as answered by Marianne. Usual suspects, let's find out what the correct answers are. Jimi Hendrix played the first Glastonbury Festival. Is that true or false? It is false. In actual fact, he died the day before the first one. Moving on, though, of course, you've got a pretty good idea where the rest of these are going to go now, don't you? The Great Barrier Reef is visible from space. True or false? True. Pete, you can see it the other way round. It works that way too. Mia Farrow was once married to Dean Martin. True or false? Of course, we now know it's false. Was Frank Sinatra that she was married to. And laughing gas is another name for nitrous oxide. True or false? It's true. Congratulations, usual suspects. You have achieved perfection. Marianne, the usual suspects have succeeded where you failed and they've stolen the round. Usual suspects, you now have the opportunity to make Marianne's chances of winning the prize fund about as hard as it's possible to do. Let's see the final board. Because you've won the round, you've earned the right to choose 6 categories to add to the board. Which 6 would you like Marianne to play in the final?
Should we choose 2 each?
Yeah, good idea.
Pete, which 2 would you like to choose?
I'd like politicians and mythology, please.
Politicians goes across and mythology. Kay.
I think I quite like power. but I'm not just sure what that's about, but I'll put power across there.
Power and?
Yeah, and I think European history.
European history, which leaves you, Guy, to choose two.
Birds and composers.
Birds goes across. And finally, composers. We now know our 6 final categories. They are politicians, mythology, power, European history, birds and composers.
Tough.
Usual suspects, it's time to switch you off for the final time. And away they go. Right, for £8,000, it's time to play the final. Marianne, this is the all-important final. If you could achieve perfection, you could be leaving with a prize fund of £8,000. If you fail, you could be leaving with nothing. Are you ready?
Yep.
Let's play the final round. Marianne, here are your 6 final categories. You must answer all 6 statements correctly if you want to win that £8,000. Think carefully. There's no time limit. But once you've given an answer, your first answer, it's locked in.
Right.
Ready?
Yep.
Let's reveal your first statement. Please tell me whether you believe it to be true or false. Politicians. Alec Douglas Hume was a Liberal Prime Minister.
He was a Prime Minister, but I think he was a Tory. So I think that is false.
False.
Yeah.
Mythology. Nike was the Greek goddess of victory.
Ooh. Nike was a goddess of victory, but was she Greek or Roman? I'm going to say true.
True.
Yes.
Power. Turkey dung can be used as a source of power.
I've got a feeling that they used to use chicken poo in the war to make a gas, which then powered a car. So if chicken poo can be used, I think turkey poo can be as well. So I think, yes, that's true.
True. European history.
All right.
Portugal gained independence from Spain in 1800.
Ooh. I think it's false.
False.
Yeah.
Birds. The bald eagle is the national bird of the USA.
Right. I've seen one. I've seen one. And I saw it in America, which is rare, because they're in Canada mostly. And yes, it is true.
True.
Yes.
Finally, composers.
Okay.
Rhapsody in Blue is a piece by George Gershwin.
True.
True.
Yes.
Marianne, those answers are locked in. Remember, if there's one single mistake, you leave with nothing. Which ones are you unsure of?
D. D, definitely. I have no real idea.
OK, let's bring back the usual suspects and see what they've got to say. Usual suspects, you can now see the final 6 statements, and next to them are Marianne's answers. Marianne, your answers are locked in and you can't change them by yourself, but if you think you've made a mistake, you can unlock the board with the help of the usual suspects. This will, however, come at a cost. Usual suspects, I'm now going to ask you to tell me how well you think Marianne has done, if you want to help, and if you do, how much it will cost. Remember, all of you, you can't refer to any of the statements specifically. Marianne, who would you like to hear from first?
I'll hear from Pete, I think.
Well, Marianne, I definitely know you've got 2 wrong, and I'm very, very unsure about another one.
Right, Kay?
There's 3 that I'm pretty sure you've got right there, Marianne, but I wouldn't be prepared to come down for that, so I'm sorry about that.
All right.
Kay's ruled herself out altogether.
And Guy?
I think there's one that leaps out at me as wrong. Apart from that, I couldn't really say. So I don't think money is going to convince me to come and join
So
you
you're
down there.
absolutely, definitely sure about one?
No,
Absolutely, definitely.
I wouldn't go so far as absolutely definitely sure.
Well, you've got £8,000 to play with here. What do you think? Kay has declared herself out, definitely.
And
Guy has
Kay.
declared himself out, definitely. Do you want to speak to Pete again?
Well, Pete?
I've been thinking hard, long and hard, and I don't think I can help you out. I'm really, really uncertain about one, and it could swing one way or the other.
You have £8,000 to play with. You could either choose to try and throw money at Pete's the only one that's sort of vacillating, or you could go it alone. It's up to you.
Well, because nobody has said that they are definitely sure that they know one is wrong and that they know the answer, I'm happy with the others. So it's a 50-50 chance. So I'm going to go 50-50 chance with £8,000. So I won't have anybody. I'll do it on my own.
Well, you're going it alone, OK.
I'm putting it all on Dee.
Negotiations over. Marianne, you've decided to go it alone. £8,000 at stake, 6 answers away. Let's find out if you've achieved perfection. Right, let's start at the top then, shall we? Alec Douglas Hume was a Liberal Prime Minister. You thought he was a Prime Minister and you thought he was possibly a Tory. So you said false. Is it true or false? It's false. Conservative Prime Minister in the 60s, so you're right, a Tory. Nike was the Greek goddess of victory. Again, you ummed and ahed. Greek, you thought, or maybe Roman, you said. But in the end, you decided it was true. Is it true or false? It's true. Third of the way to £8,000. This is interesting, isn't it? Turkey dung can be used as a source of power. Now, in your memory, you thought...
that they used chicken poo during the war.
So why can't they use turkey dung in a similar way?
Yeah.
So you said true.
Yeah.
Turkey dung can be used as a source of power. Is that true or false? It's true. It's used in some electric power stations.
Oh, right. Oh.
So here we find ourselves halfway towards the money and coming up to D, which is the one that you said was a guess. So let's skip it and go on to E.
Oh, no. Right.
The bald eagle is the national bird of the USA. Now, you said you'd seen one.
Yep.
You'd even seen one in America.
Yep.
Is this going to turn green and keep you on the way to the money, or is it going to turn red and make you walk away from here with nothing? It's true. 2 questions away from £8,000. F now, Rhapsody in Blue. Do you know Gershwin?
I do. I love Gershwin, and I'm almost positive that's right.
Almost positive this one's right.
Positive,
That's where you
but,
went for true. Rhapsody in Blue is a piece by George Gershwin. Is that true or false? It's true. Look at that board. You've got it alone. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 correct answers to the statements so far. You've done brilliantly. You decided to go it alone. You decided to stick to your guns. And here we find ourselves 1 away from the money. Portugal gained independence from Spain in 1800. In the end, you plumped for false. That means you need it to turn red. If it turns green, you walk away with nothing. If it turns red, you get the £8,000.
£8,000?
What are you going to spend it on? If you win it.
On my husband getting his artwork into a gallery.
All comes down to this.
Yeah.
You hope it turns red for you. Portugal gained independence from Spain in 1800. Is that true or false for £8,000? It's false. You have achieved perfection. Oh,
Sorry.
means that much.
He's really, really talented artist and he deserves to be shown.
I'm really pleased for you. You really did it the hard way. You did it on your own. You went through it. That is absolutely fantastic news for you. You have won £8,000.
Thank you.
Usual suspects. You're going to have to wait a long time in there, Guy, to build it back up again, aren't you?
Comfortable. We chose all the categories.
You literally couldn't have made it harder for you, could you? Usual suspects, the prize fund has been won, so we reset the total back to £1,000 in our next game. The reason we're resetting is, Marianne, you have won £8,000. £1,000. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
I shall look forward to reading about the exhibition. I hope it goes really well for you, and I hope a lot of people get to see your husband's art. Congratulations to you. Ladies and gentlemen, Marianne, who achieved perfection. Wow, what a start. It's now time to meet the next usual suspect, hoping to play perfection today. New usual suspect, please introduce yourself.
Hello, I'm Brian. I'm from Wigan, and I'm a semi-retired engineer.
OK, and what sort of engineering are we talking about?
I've been in the aircraft industry nearly all my working life.
Wow, interesting. Maybe we'll get to chat about that a bit later on.
Yep.
Everyone's looking a little bit glum because the cash has gone, hasn't it? That's what it is. It was a great game, though, wasn't it? She did really well.
Yeah.
All right, look, best of luck to all of you as we now find out which one of you will be randomly picked to play perfection. Kay, please come and play perfection. Kay, welcome to the game. Hospice fundraising manager.
That's
what sort of
right,
hospice?
yeah. It's an adult hospice in Burnley and Pendle.
OK, important work. Good for you. Now, obviously, a bit of a disappointment that the big money went. But still, you're pleased to be down here playing?
Absolutely, £1,000 better than nothing. It's wonderful.
Yeah. Well, Kate, it's now you versus the usual suspects. They were your teammates, now they're your enemies. Every game on perfection is worth £1,000. Unfortunately for you, the previous game was won, so the prize fund is reset to £1,000. But listen, £1,000 is good money in today's market, isn't it?
Absolutely, yeah.
So if you won it, what would you do with it?
Well, my sons are 21 and 17, and they've both said if Mum wins some money that they would like a car each. But
A car each?
oh, yeah, they don't want one to share.
My first car cost me £90.
Really?
Yeah, ran it for 3 years, so that was... So
got value
it's
for
possible,
money.
yeah.
No.
OK, 3 rounds to the final to come. Usual suspects, we're going to switch you off for now so you can't see or hear anything. But as soon as Kay makes a mistake, you'll be back in the game. And away they go. Shall we get started?
Why not?
Good, let's play perfection. Your 45 seconds starts now. The benches in the House of Lords are green.
I think that one is false.
False. Loops and whirls are fingerprint patterns.
I'm pretty sure that's true.
True. The Great North Run takes place in Carlisle.
I'm a fundraiser. I know for a fact that takes place in Gateshead. So that one's false.
False. And finally, Patricia Cornwell writes the K. Scarpetta books.
I think that one also is false.
False. And with time to spare, you've answered all 4 statements. That was a pretty good round then, wasn't it?
I hope so, yeah.
Yeah, OK. Well, before we reveal how well you've done, it's time for us to bring back the usual suspects. So, usual suspects, these were the 4 statements, and next to them are Kay's answers. Brian, has she achieved perfection?
I think she might have, although I'm not very sure about Patricia Cornwell. I don't know about that one, but I think she's done pretty well.
Guy?
The first 3 I know she's got right. The last one I don't know the answer, but 50-50, so yeah, I think she might have got perfection.
OK, the moment of truth. You need to have answered all 4 statements perfectly to have won the round. Let's find out how many are correct. Three of the 4. That's not perfection, and that's what we need. You've now let your enemies, the usual suspects, into the game. Usual suspects, can you steal the round? You can see Kay's answers. You need to change just one. Which one's it going to be?
How sure about you?
I'm same as you, Guy. I think the top 3 are right. I'm not sure about that bottom one.
Well, I couldn't swear on the bottom one, so I'll go with you, Guy.
And we'd like to change D from false to true.
D changes from false to true, leaving A, B and C as answered by Kay. Usual suspects, let's find out what the correct answers are. If the statement turns green, it's true. If it turns red, it's false. The benches in the House of Lords are green. True or false? It is false. They're red, they're green in the House of Commons. Loops and whirls are fingerprint patterns. True or false? Yep, it's true. The Great North Run takes place in Carlisle. Is that true or false? It is, of course, false. Newcastle to South Shields, you're all on top of that one. So you know where this is going then, don't you? Patricia Cornwell writes the K. Scarpetta books. Is that true or false? It's true. Congratulations, usual suspects. You have achieved perfection. That handshake might need some work, guys, as well. It didn't really work, that one, did it? OK, Kay, they managed to succeed where you failed, and they've stolen the round. Usual suspects. You now have the opportunity to make Kay's chances of winning the prize fund much harder in the final. Here's how. Kay, this is your final board appearing, and these 6 blank spaces need to be filled with subject categories. Here are your final round categories. They range through US cities, astronomy, US pop bands, therapies, British history, and several subjects in between. Because the usual suspects stole the round from you, they get to choose the 2 categories, hoping to make the final harder for you to win. Usual suspects, which 2 would you like Kay to play in the final?
I struggle with this.
Yeah, well...
Astronomy
looks a good one, but...
You both say astronomy, huh?
Yeah.
OK, cool. Well, we'll put astronomy across then.
Astronomy goes in.
Go for mountains.
Medals.
Medals.
Medals could be tricky.
OK, we need an answer.
Medals, maybe.
Medals.
We'll do mountains next time. Medals for now.
Medals, thank you very much. Medals goes across into the final. Well done, usual suspects. You won the first round. It's time to switch you off, but we will see you in round 2. Kay, with the usual suspects gone, what do you think of those choices? Astronomy, medals?
I don't know. I know a little bit about both those subjects, but it's just whether or not what you know comes up in the questions.
You're absolutely
really?
right. All right, well, look, Kay, it's only the first round. You still have 2 more rounds to find perfection and choose your own categories for the final. Let's play round 2. Your 45 seconds starts now. Marble is the hardest naturally occurring mineral.
That's a hard one, literally. I think that could be true.
True. The headquarters of Interpol are in Berlin.
I don't think they are. I'm not sure where they are, but I'm going to say false for that one.
False. Guy Ritchie has directed an EastEnders episode.
Don't think he has, or else we'd have all heard about it, I think. I'm going to say false.
False. And finally, Eva Perón was president of Argentina.
I think she was the wife of the president, so that's false, I think.
False. Nicely timed. You use your time wisely there, and you've answered all 4 statements. Before we reveal how well you've done, it's time for us to bring back the usual suspects. So, usual suspects, these were the 4 statements, and next to them are Kay's answers. Guy, has she achieved perfection?
No, I don't think she has. I'd pick on A, because I think diamond is the hardest naturally occurring mineral.
Brian?
Guy's definitely right. Diamond is the hardest natural mineral.
OK, the moment of truth. You need to have answered all 4 statements perfectly to have won the round. Let's find out how many are correct. Three of the 4, but it's not perfection, and perfection's what you need. You've now let your enemies, the usual suspects, into the game. Usual suspects, can you steal the round? You can see Kay's answers. You need to change one of them. Well, I've got a pretty good idea where you're going with this. Where are you going to go with it?
It is diamond.
It's A. What can I say? True. Change A from true to false, please.
Sorry, Kay.
A changes from true to false. B, C and D remain as K answered. Usual suspects. Let's find out what the correct answers are. Marble is the hardest naturally occurring mineral. True or false? Yep, it's false. Diamond is considered to be the hardest. The headquarters of Interpol are in Berlin. True or false? Yep, it is false. In Lyon since 1989. Guy Ritchie has directed an EastEnders episode. True or false? No, he hasn't. Cockney gangster films, obviously, but never the Cockney soap. Eva Perón was president of Argentina. True or false? False. Congratulations, usual suspects. You have achieved perfection. And you're absolutely right. Wife of the president, never president herself. OK. Kay, the usual suspects have succeeded where you failed, and they've stolen the round. Usual suspects, you now have the opportunity to make Kay's chances of winning the prize fund of £1,000 much harder. Let's see the final board. On it, 2 subjects chosen by you already. Because you won the round, usual suspects, you've earned the right to choose the next 2 categories to add to the board. So which 2 do you fancy?
Did we say mountains?
Mountains from last time. Do we still like that?
Yeah.
I can't think of a good mountain joke, so I'll just say, yeah, mountains.
Mountains. But thanks for working it for us, Guy.
Yeah.
Thank you. Mountains goes across. And?
British history?
Yeah.
British history.
British history goes in. Thank you very much. Congratulations, usual suspect. You've won the second round as well. It's time to switch you off. We'll see you in round 3. OK, let's play round 3. Your 45 seconds starts now. Sophia Loren has spent time in prison for tax evasion.
Do you not think that's true? I think I've heard that. Yeah, I think that's true.
True. A walloon is a fairy in Irish folklore.
It seems unlikely, and it doesn't sound like a sort of Celtic name, so I'm going to say that's false.
False. Fox hunting is a former Olympic event.
Can't imagine it ever has been. I'm going to say that's false.
False. And finally, Lenin wrote the Communist Manifesto.
Do you know, I think that's false too. Yeah.
False. And with plenty of time to spare, you went through that, it would appear, with ease.
I'm hoping they're educated guesses, but it's, you know, the way the questions are worded, it sort of really makes you doubt yourself, doesn't it, really? And sometimes you just have that little inkling of knowledge at the back of your mind and you're just not sure whether it's right or not, but...
Either way, it's time now for us to have a chat with the usual suspects and see what they think. So, usual suspects, these are the 4 statements, and next to them are Kay's answers. Pete, has she achieved perfection?
I wouldn't like to say. There's a couple there I just don't know.
Guy, how's she done?
B and C seem fine. The other 2, I really should know D. Marx and Lenin, they wrote something together, didn't they? But I'm not sure. Quite possibly perfection, though, so well done.
Ah, the moment of truth. Let's find out how many are correct. Lovely, congratulations, Kay. You've achieved perfection. That's what it's all about. Let's have a look at those answers, shall we? Sophia Loren has spent time in prison for tax evasion. True or false? We, of course, now know that that is true. A walloon is a fairy in Irish folklore. True or false? We now know it's false. Actually, walloon is the name of people who speak French in South Belgium.
Really?
Yeah. Fox hunting is a former Olympic event. That is, of course, as you said, false. Lenin wrote the Communist Manifesto. True or false? It is, of course, false. It was written by...
Is it Karl Marx?
Karl Marx. And Guy, who was the other one?
Trotsky, Engels.
Friedrich Engels. Very good. Well, he got there in the end, didn't he?
He did,
He said he
didn't
ought to know it, and he did when he finally dragged it in.
Well, when
well
Brian
done.
told me
Oh, you got it from along the line there, did you? Interesting. OK, well, look, bad luck, usual suspect. She did very well there, didn't she?
She really did.
Kay, as a result of that perfect performance, you've made winning the prize one that little bit easier. Let's have a look at your finals board. Currently, it's got 4 subjects on it, all chosen by the usual suspects, but because you won the round, you've earned the right to choose the last 2 categories to add to that board. So what are we going to put across?
Do you know, I think I'm going to put across children's books.
Children's books? And we need 1 more to make up the 6.
I'm going to go for holiday camps, because I think there's only so many questions you could probably ask about holiday camps.
Holiday camps goes across. We now know our 6 final categories. They are astronomy, medals, mountains, British history, children's books and holiday camps. It's time to switch off the usual suspects for the last time. And away they go. Kay, it's time to play the final. Kay, this is the all-important final. If you could achieve perfection, you could be leaving with a prize fund of £1,000. If you fail, you could be leaving with nothing. Let's play the final round. Kay, here are your final 6 categories. You must answer all 6 statements correctly if you want to win the £1,000. Think carefully. There's no time limit, but once you've given an answer, your first answer, it's locked in. You ready? Mm-hmm. Let's reveal your first statement. Please tell me whether you believe it to be true or false. Astronomy. There is an asteroid named after Michael Palin.
I can't imagine that that's true, because asteroids, I think, sort of don't hang around, do they? I think they just sort of fizzle away, don't they? So I'm actually going to say that's false.
False. Medals. The island of Malta was awarded the George Cross.
I'm going to say that's true.
True. Mountains. K2 has never been climbed.
I think there would be somebody regularly trying to do it, and we'd hear about it if it hadn't been climbed, so I'm going to say false.
False. British history. The Ridgeway is an ancient path in the south of England.
It could very well be, but I've not heard of it. Do you know, I'm going to say true.
True.
Yeah.
Children's books. Timmy is the dog in the Secret 7 books.
I've read all of them when I was younger, but and I definitely know Timmy is the name of a dog, but whether it was the Secret Seven or whether it was the Famous Five, I just don't know. I'm going to guess that it was Secret Seven, and I'm going to say true.
True. And finally, holiday camps. The first Butlins camp was opened in Skegness.
I've been to the one in Skegness, but was it the first one? I'm going to say true.
True. Okay, those answers are locked in. Remember, if there's one single mistake, you leave with nothing. Let's switch on the usual suspects. Usual suspects, you can now see the final 6 statements, and next to them are Kay's answers. Okay, your answers are now locked in. You can't change them by yourself, but if you think you've made a mistake, you can unlock them with the help of the usual suspects. This will, however, come at a cost. Remember, all of you, you can't refer to any of the statements specifically. Who would you like to speak to first?
Oh, I think I'll go straight to Guy.
And not really that wise. I think you've done OK, to be honest. So if I was you, I wouldn't offer me any of your money for the help I can give, which is not that much. Sorry about that.
Not that you're likely to come down anyway for
you know how
that
much
sort of money. Yeah.
Don't do that kind of thing.
And you like it in there.
Yeah.
So?
Yeah, well, I'll go along the row. I'll ask Pete next.
Well, I know you've got 5 right, but I'm not sure about another one. So I wouldn't come down and alter it after what happened the last game.
Thank you. Brian?
I don't think you need any help off any of us. I think you've done pretty well.
So it looks like negotiations are over then. They're not coming down to help, so it looks like you're on your own.
Oh, it's all or nothing then, isn't it? Really?
£1,000 at stake,
Yeah.
6 answers away. Let's find out if you've achieved perfection. Right, let's start at the top then. There's an asteroid named after Michael Palin. You thought about that? Thought it was daft? You thought that asteroids don't hang around long enough?
I think they just fizzle out and burn away, don't they? Sometimes they drop to Earth. Those are meteors, aren't they? I don't know.
You went for false. This needs to turn red to get you off to a flying start. Is it true or false?
Oh, no.
It's true. What a rotten start.
Yeah, fallen at the first hurdle.
So that's a rotten start, and I'm afraid that's done it for you. You have failed to achieve perfection, and
Never
therefore
mind.
you're not going to win the money. Have you managed to achieve perfection at home? We'll press on through the answers and have a look, shall we? The island of Malta was awarded the George Cross. Is that true or false? It is true. They won it in the Second World War. K2 has never been climbed. Is that true or false? You said false. It is false. First climbed in 1954. The Ridgeway is an ancient path in the south of England. You weren't sure, but you said it could be true. Is it true or false? It is true. In actual fact, it's believed to be the remains of the land bridge that used to connect us to Europe. And they believed that the first animals and people crossed along and walked along that very path. Very ancient it is. Timmy is the dog in the Secret 7 books. Now, you really wrestled with this one. You went Famous 5, Secret 7, Famous 5, Secret 7.
Yeah.
You went for true in the end. Is it true or false?
Oh, it's Famous 5.
Famous 5.
Never mind.
Scamper is the dog in the Secret 7.
No, that's not ringing any bells at all. No.
OK, and finally, the first Butlins camp was opened in Skegness. Is it true or false? It's true, it was in Skeggy, 1936. Well, I tell you what, look, you did very well there. 1, 2, 3, 4 out of the 6. Not bad, but not good enough, I'm afraid.
No, not good enough.
Usual suspects, that's good news for you. The prize fund rolls over to the next game, where one of you could be playing for a total of £2,000. You've got to be pleased with that, haven't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good result.
Jolly good. Guy, you're not doing anything for the rest of your life, are you? OK. Kay, I'm afraid you failed to achieve perfection, which means you go home with nothing. Kay, everybody. Well, that's all we have time for. Please join us again next time when our usual suspects have the chance to play again, this time for £2,000. But remember, on this show, we only pay for perfection. Goodbye.
Perfection is pretty important for Michelle Roux's service team tonight. At 8, they attempt to plan private dining for celebrities. Eek. Next, BBC Two's Antiques Road Tripping.